to his grandfather, Ferdinand Miller.
Okay, when Jenny said that we could talk about one of our family members, I jumped at the opportunity. Ferdinand Joseph Miller, he was my great-grandfather, or my grandfather. We called him Papa Ferd. He served in the United States Navy. Obviously, all these stories are unique, but he was a different guy, a really unique character. He was born August 1921, the youngest of 10 kids, 9 girls and him. So he was raised by all women. His dad died when he was 2 years old, so he was raised by all women, and he did not have to go to World War II, but he chose to, and he enlisted in the United States Navy. So I didn't know anything about any of of his service or anything, so I got to sit down with him on a nice, warm June day in 2008. It was actually a year before he passed away, and we just sat down and talked, and I put it on video. One thing I regret about it is I didn't shoot all 5-6 hours we sat down, but he told me a lot of things that I really didn't know about him. All I knew really about him was if we acted up, he'd cuff us, he'd slap you across the back of the head, and he gave really awful haircuts. So what I found out was he fought in every major battlefront in World War II in the United States Navy, landing amphibious vehicles. He was in North Africa, Sicily, Italy. He was in the D-Day invasions, and then he got 30 days leave. They shipped him around the world, and he went to Guam in the Philippines. In the South Pacific, he had to recover kamikazes that didn't hit the target. So he had some pretty awful jobs. Told me some stories about friends falling off convoy from San Diego to Midway Island. He made a lot of sacrifices. He did not have to go. He was the last living male in our family. When he returned back home from his service, he was deployed over 3 years in World War II. When he returned home, he had a family. He had 5 boys and a girl, and then he did union iron work for over 55 years. And I'll tell you what, sitting down with him, talking to him, really opened my eyes. And I was so pumped about being his grandson. Leading up to that, now I didn't know these things, and then once he opened up to me, it really was awesome. I had a son 21 months ago, and I got to name him Ferdinand Joseph Miller. So that was pretty cool. So Papa Ferd was a really special guy. I thank him for his service, and I thank you guys.